Minecraft is one of the most popular games in the world, and one reason for this is due to its survival feature, a feature where you can collect and use almost any block or item in the game as you wish as a resource. But with this kind of selection, there is also a selection of items that does little to nothing at all in the game, such as items that let you see what time of day it is in only one dimension when looking outside is not an option, which is something that I honestly have never found myself needing ever. To having an item in the game that could possibly be used for multiplayer aspects of the game, but is almost completely useless in single player. For this list, I will be excluding certain items such as all blocks. Every block in the game can serve some type of purpose, from decoration to needing a few more blocks to get up somewhere. I will also be excluding certain items such as mob heads and paintings, which are purely meant for decoration and are meant to sit there and look cool. No, today, the items I will be talking about are some of the most useless items, and some that you probably have never found yourself being like, oh yeah, I should craft that. With that in mind, let's get started on this completely useless and pointless list. The first spot on this list is for an item that I didn't even know existed until I did some research online and saw what I could find. And the thing that was hiding in the depths of that list were the Splash water bottles. While yes, water bottles are useful in terms of making potions, the item itself has no practical use other than seeing the animation. Even worse are the splash potions, which already eat up one gunpowder, which if you don't have a farm set up is something you probably don't have a lot of at the moment. The only thing these items really do is act as a bridge between getting the potion you are trying to make, but let me explain why they're so useless. First off, the 4 variations of the water bottle all look the exact same, except their names. Secondly, the regular splash water bottle has no other use other than throwing it and putting out a fire in a small area. The problem with this, however, is you can do much more with just your fists. The reason the splash water bottle is one of the most useless items in Minecraft is due to the sheer fact that if anything other than the ground is on fire, it's not going to put it out. But even this item has maybe one use, which the next item on this list doesn't even have. The poisonous potato comes in as the next item on this list, and that's for a few reasons. Firstly, even if it is just for some flavor gameplay, I don't even know why it's in here. You can't even plant it, which I mean would have been nice if they gave us the option. The only real use for it is to get 2 hunger points back, which I mean may help. But even with the chance of being poisoned for 5 seconds and losing 2 hearts of health, why is it even a thing? It's usually just thrown in lava or put into a composter. I feel like the poisonous potato, while I mean adds some randomness to an item, is something I don't see any reason being in the game if 99% of the time it's just going to be thrown away or left on the ground to despawn. The next item on this list is something that's just coming into the game in the newest update of 1.18, but I can definitely tell that this is something that I will almost never find myself trying to make. The item that I'm talking about is called the bundle. First off, it's crafted using an item that's pretty useless as it is, rabbit hide, which before this item's added into the game can only be made into regular leather, using 4 of these rabbit hides. Another issue I see with this item is that with shulker boxes already in the game, I see no reason for this item to exist except maybe to give rabbit hide another use. What is even worse about this item is that it only holds 64 items. For example, adding a single piece of cobblestone will make it so that you have 1 of 64 slots already used. However, items that stack up to 16 will take up 4 of those slots. And even worse, if you use an item that doesn't stack, such as a shovel, it'll take up the whole bundle. So in reality, this item can carry around 64 items at a time, and the only really use I can see for it is containing smaller stacks of things you just have lying around. But even so, with shulker boxes in the game, I still see no reason for this item to exist. Swimming in for the next item on this list is the tropical fish. To start off, no, I'm not talking about the mob form of this item, which you can collect in buckets and actually do something with. No, I'm talking about the item that you can pick up and carry around in your hand. For starters, killing a tropical fish gives you this item, but compared to the other fish, the food source that you get from it is very lackluster. The other types of fish can be cooked and used as a decent early game item, while the tropical fish, for one reason or another, can't even be cooked. and only can restore 1 point of hunger. There is a low chance that your villager friends may want some, but for the price of 6 fish for 1 emerald, there are much better ways of getting these green gems than going out and collecting these guys. Another idea you may have is to feed this to your dogs. But surprisingly, this food source is one of the only meat types that you can give wolves or dogs to breed or increase their growth rate. For the last item on this list, we're going back to our little hopping friends, and that is going to be the rabbit's foot. The rabbit's foot is a relatively rare item that you can get from the game, and only having a 10% drop chance from rabbits. Alternatively, a fox may drop a rabbit's foot from its mouth. The rabbit's foot really only has one use in Minecraft, and that is to create a potion of leaping. You can even mess this up by putting the rabbit's foot in the brewing stand and making a weird mundane potion that you can't even use. Out of my 10 years of playing this game, I've never found myself needing to be able to jump 2 blocks, unless it's for fun, or even with that in mind, beacons still exist for this reason, and I can never see a situation where you would take the time to go farm a rabbit's foot, with not only this item itself being useless, but the potion that it creates already having something very similar in the game, with a much more permanent effect. I feel like the rabbit's foot is another useless mystery in the world of Minecraft. Hey everyone, thanks for making it to the end of the video. This was a really fun list to make. I've been playing Minecraft for a long time, and I didn't even know some of these items actually existed for a lot of the whole time I've been playing, which has been over like 10 years now, or the game's been out for like 10 years. It's been a long time. If you guys have any idea if there's any other items that I kind of left out, let me know in the comments, you know? Let's get a conversation going down there, because there's a lot of items that are pretty useless in this game. If you guys want to come chat with me live and ask me any questions, you guys can go check me out on Twitch TV/Mechlord. And for all those who have made it this far, don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. It really helps me out, and I'm trying to grow something here. I appreciate it so much. Thank you so much, and have a great day.